But I wanted to kind of get your opinion on some things and kind of get some details. I've seen your work, like your work was good and everything, good vibes. So I was like, okay, let me check her out. So I want them kind of small, not micro lock small, but small, and I guess as neat as they can be. But I'm wondering in terms of like the best way to start them, kind of what your advice is. So like I'm outside kind of often. I've got 2 dogs that I walk kind of often. Oh yeah, for sure. And I do sweat in my head. So I was thinking maybe 2-strand twists would be better than coils.
I was gonna say that. I think it will hold better.
Okay.
Because of your hair texture alone.
Okay.
Because you have more of that curl, looser curl pattern.
Yeah, it's not coily.
Yeah. So we can definitely do 2-strand. As far as you sweating in your scalp though, I will worry about that once we start maintenance.
Okay.
So I would think about either interlocking instead of the coils.
Okay.
Now we can do the coils or the retwist with the comb. But if you want something that will hold you for a while, especially being active and sweating in your scalp, the best technique I would recommend is interlocking.
Okay. I guess one thing I kind of worry about is frizz a little bit. So I know like locksmithing kind of deals with that, but interlocking, would that kind of address that too? Or
Interlocking is really just focused on the roots.
Okay.
And the locksmith, I would do that anyway. You know, if you're concerned about the frizz. Now I will say, during the beginning of your starter lock journey, you're gonna have frizz.
Yeah.
It's gonna be frizz, especially during the maturing stage where it's budding.
Yeah.
But over time, the frizz will go down, and yes, the locksmithing definitely does help. When I'm doing your hair here. Now, maintenance at home. I know it's hard for some people to do the locksmith themselves, so I just tell them to do like this, palm rolls. So basically you're like training your hair, you know. I don't know if you ever had your hair straightened before or wore your hair straight before.
Yeah, I did.
Do you remember, wrapping it and after a while, after you keep wrapping it, goes automatically.
It trains it,
So it's the same. If you want to control the frizz, just keep palm rolling it here and there. But I would just say keep it protected at home, tied down at home. And other than that, just wear it treat it like your natural hair. Okay. Like treat it how you treat your hair now. So what is your routine with your hair now?
Routine is normally either like a wash and go, and maybe I'll use like a diffuser. That's what I did today, kind of with the blow dryer. But I do have a bit like of a flaky, itchy scalp. Okay. So I am wondering, in terms of, especially maintenance, at home, in terms of washing or just treating the scalp, something that I've seen is a lot of people put a stocking cap on and will then kind of wash it, but just try to focus on the scalp. Yes. Not the locks themselves.
I would recommend that in the beginning stages for sure, because during the budding stages or the 6 to 8 weeks that you gotta go without washing your hair or without the stocking cap, you can't do that because it'll unravel. But that's where they put the stocking cap in place so it can kind of hold the lock part down and focus in on the scalp. Now I do recommend that if you have that problem with dandruff or buildup, or I would say do that. Okay. At least once before you come back for your first retwist. Okay. I wouldn't do it every 2 weeks. Gotcha. I'd probably do it after that first month. If you feel like you haven't budded yet, that you can come get a retwist, then I will wash it if it's really getting to you. You know what I mean? I don't want you to be irritated. Yeah. Because that first stretch, the 6 to 8 weeks, is we don't want to wash our hair during that time. So I get that. And I'm not against. Now, I just did a video on buildup and dandruff and stuff like that. Now with locks, under each individual lock, it doesn't get that airflow like the parts. It doesn't get the airflow. It doesn't get the.
And I guess depending on the style.
Yes, the style too. So if you do get a style, 2 weeks at the max, let your hair breathe. And I don't recommend frequent maintenance.
Okay. What do you consider like
a good time frame? It really depends on the individual and how fast that their hair grows. But I would say 4 to 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks, a month and a half for maintenance.
Okay.
Now, if you want to wash in between that time, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Just keep your scalp hydrated. Something like a light oil, nothing heavy.
And I know you got like the 3-step. You got.
I do. I have my products here. As far as the 3-step, I start with my rose water, my hydration mist, just to open up the follicles, open it up. Add that because we need water. Our hair need water too. Then I go in with the root stimulator, which focuses on the roots, and that's really good for dandruff and flaky scalp. And it's more of like a Medicaid type of oil. Like it helps with the flakes, the dryness, because me, I had really bad buildup. And once I started using the root stimulator and getting in a routine of doing it, I like it changed drastically. I don't have the buildups because I used to scratch till it bleed, and it was really, really bad. So me doing the 3-step routine, and then after the root stimulator, going with the replenisher, which focuses just on your hair. Okay. This part here. And I do that like, I would do that maybe every 3 to 4 days. Okay. Not every day. You don't want to over oil your scalp. You don't want to block your pores because that causes buildup. It's a lot of different factors that goes into play with the dandruff, the buildup, even stress levels, Sometimes we can't control that, but stress levels as well. But yeah, as long as you have that routine in place as a preventative, then you'll start seeing it less and less. I like for my clients to start off with like the bundle that I have, the little bottle of replenisher, the little bottle of the root stimulator. And I do have it over here, so when I do your hair, you automatically get it every appointment anyway. Okay. So if you want to wait till your first appointment and I do the oils and then you see how it does to your hair, and then we can go from there. Okay. If you're interested in the products.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested.
So yeah. So we can definitely start your locks. I don't have any like concerns, looking at your hair, and we're gonna start with the 2-strand. So I think it'll hold better. Maintenance, we can think about that if you want to interlock or do the comb coils, and just keep a routine. But your hair feels hydrated today. So I
deep conditioned it before I came in too. So
I love a good deep conditioner. I was like, I need to find me a mask because I had one, like a mask I found. I gotta go back and find it, but it was really good. But deep conditioners, I feel like we all need a deep conditioner.
For sure, that, and I've been using the Design Essentials, like a lot of their shampoos, especially the moisture.
Love them.
I'm like, okay, this is.
Love them.
Yeah,
so I do use Design Essentials for one of my shampoos because I do 3 shampoos. Okay. I use Talia. I'm not sure if you've heard of.
Yeah. Their stuff is good. Yeah.
And Miel. Use their stuff too, but Design Essentials, I love them as far as moisturizer and hydration. I love them. That's like the best 3 combo right there. But do you have any more questions or concerns you had?
In terms of, I guess, like what to sleep in, and also with misting, like I see people talk about spraying the hair, but I do see people say don't do that at night. So I'm like, do you need to? I guess you don't want that mildew smell or just anything like that. So
I get that. Usually when I do the 3-step method, my hair, I'm not tying it down.
Okay.
It's like I'm starting my day.
Okay.
So I like for my hair to naturally air dry anyway. I try to stay away from heat as much as I can. So I get when they're saying like after you wet it, don't tie it down. I get that, but how long are they tying it down is the question, you know? But yeah, usually I do it to start my day. Even if you do it in the evening, if you don't want to do the hydration mist at night, totally fine. As long as you doing the oil.
Okay.
That sounds like the bundle deal is good to start out with the 2 oils, and then if you want to incorporate the hydration mist, you know, for extra moisture during the day or whenever, then I think that's fine. But if you're sleeping with like a silk or satin,
And that was gonna be my next one, like the best thing to sleep in.
either though, if you're sleeping with like a silk or satin,
And that was gonna be my next one, like the best thing to sleep in.
either those 2, silk, satin, a bonnet or a scarf. I had a scarf. I'll show you if I got my scarf in my purse here. Yes, like this texture here. Something silk, something satin.
Okay.
Tie it down with. But yeah, that's pretty breathable. So that's something like, I don't know. That's pretty breathable. So I feel like even if you did do the hydration mist at nighttime, I feel like that's fine. People have their preference though.
Yeah.
So if you're more comfortable with it air drying throughout the day.
Yeah, I just feel like that works.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. So that's what I said. It just depends on the person, and all of our hair textures is different, and our hair take different things. So it's really an experiment. It's really a journey. When I say it's a journey, it's a journey.
Okay.
Because we're gonna be learning together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be learning your hair. You're gonna be learning your hair as well. So, but I think we got a good start.
Yeah.
I think we got a good start. Now, when were you planning to?
Like around the 2nd week in July, like somewhere between the 8th and the 10th.
Okay, that's a good time. That's a good time. Okay. I'm excited. I always get excited at the beginning of people's journeys. Like,
I'm like a little nervous, but I'm going to somebody that's knowledgeable, and that's the point of a consultation, just trying to make sure clear.
absolutely.
So
I get that. But yeah, it's like, I think the 2-strand will definitely hold too. Because your hair is not too silky where it's like,
yeah, it's not fine or anything like that. Yeah.
And it's right. It's a good thickness to it. Yeah. And we're doing small.
I was thinking to maybe do a style for the first one, kind of like almost like the 2 barrel twists, and then maybe like the 2 hanging down on the side.
We can do that. We can definitely do that. Now, I think it'll be long enough.
Or if not, even just like half up, half down. Maybe
If we can't go all the way back, we can do half.
okay.
Because I don't want it to pull. You know, I don't want
That's
you to
true.
feel that strain. But you do have a good length. Now I just want to make sure it's not too much tension where I'm like pulling it together.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, we can definitely, if not all the way back, we can definitely do a half.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I don't know. I always get excited.
I mean, I'm glad you being excited. That's important.
Yeah, I always get excited because I feel like y'all not on the journey by yourself. Y'all, we doing it together. So I'm excited. I'm just glad that you're taking this leap. I call it a leap of faith. So.
It is, yeah. Like I grew up from the time I was like in school until maybe 20. Like I had relaxers, long hair. Then I went natural. Then I did the big chop a couple times. So I've been wearing natural since. But it's like locks is always something I thought about. But it's like always the right time. Who's gonna do it? It's like, look, you gotta do it.
For it. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just go for it.
It's been hard enough. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that you chose me because so many people.
It is. It is. But yeah, I was like, oh, she does a good job. She's close because I'm in Marietta too.
Okay, good.
So, okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So I guess the only question, would I still be booking for like a regular retwist if we're doing interlocking or?
Yes, it's under the lock retwist. It's like a drop box. So you will see it.
Okay.
You'll see it. It will say interlocking, but it is under lock retwist.
Okay.
Yes. So it's under that tab.
Okay.
So excited.
Yeah. So yeah, I should be able to go ahead and book for sure, like within the next day or so, just to pick out work-wise. I'll just take off. If you think, I know the appointment is like for 4.5 hours. Do you think it'll take that long, or is that?
Maybe. I put that depending on, because I never know like the length that I'm dealing with too. And sometimes people want small, some people want medium. So I just put that window that would probably be an appropriate time for small, long log. You know, just to have that time. So maybe close to it. Okay. Since we are going smaller, thinking about the size and not really doing but the size. So maybe 3.5 hours. And a good 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes is me shampooing and all of that too. So it'll be around 3.5 hours.
Okay, that works. All right, then. Well, I'm excited. Okay.
Have any more questions? Because we still got like 30 minutes.
Nah. Let me see. I did have a list. I think I have. Not really. I did just have like a couple of photos of like ultimately kind of like the size
of what you want
going for. Like eventually, obviously, like kind of around that size. And then in terms of like starter locks, like this size, so I was like, okay, that looks good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And something looks similar to that. Like how they started off a coil and then
Okay.
It's gonna be just like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're on the same page, so.
I'm excited, and I love that a lot of people are starting with the 2-strand. Like it's like a new thing, but it's so pretty. I love that.
Especially with it being its own style. I think.
Yes.
I like that.
It's like you have a style already starting off. So yeah, it's cute.
Alright, well, we're gonna get it started. Okay.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
Now, if you wanted to, you can always purchase in person, but I also ship. Okay. So if you want to go through and look at the products online, read about them and the benefits of them and all of that is on there as well.
Okay.
And then when you come back, if you decide to purchase, you can purchase here or online.
Okay. That sounds good.
I'm so excited.
Right. This has been great. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Jade. D. Or Danae.
Danae. Okay. I was like,
thank you for the love. I don't know who tapped the screen, but I really appreciate y'all. But that was the behind the scenes of my consultations, you guys. The consultation is an hour long. We only took 30 minutes, but I do give y'all an hour. Some people come in with a list of questions. Sometimes I just start talking and answer all of their questions. Because a lot of you guys have the same questions. So I'm really, really glad that I recorded this. And I will be posting this to my YouTube, so make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure y'all go purchase y'all products. Okay? Because as you can see, she's already interested in buying some. So they better, like, this root stimulator, y'all, goes so fast. Y'all see that? It's peppermint infused. It goes so fast, y'all. This one and the regular one that's not peppermint infused, it goes so fast. It helps with dandruff buildup. It helps with just any like psoriasis, dermatitis. It helps with growth. It's a stimulator if you want your hair to grow in thicker, faster, and healthy. Like, yeah. And y'all, if y'all go back on my YouTube or TikTok, y'all will see my journey with my scalp, okay? Y'all will see my journey with my scalp and how it has transformed, literally transformed. So yeah, you guys, thank y'all for tuning in to this consultation. I'm about to get off of here. Y'all make sure y'all follow me so y'all know when I go live, because I'm gonna start going live again. And yeah, y'all, until next time, loves, y'all better come back to the studio. Y'all come back to the studio. Peace.